This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53, time to get you ready for your Monday with the Morning Sprint.
Olivia Roberts has new developments in President Biden's stimulus package.
But first to Mark Peterson, tracking single-digit temperatures coming in the forecast.
In the future forecast, like Wednesday. So let's get through today. First alert weather, we're sitting at 27 degrees. The four things you need to know is that you're going to have frosty windows. There's no doubt, so allow for a little extra time if you park outside. Partly cloudy and cool today. Temps into the teens tonight, but that Arctic air mass comes in Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and we can expect overnight lows into the single digits. Next week it warms.
2 more people at the Airway Heights Correction Center have died from COVID-19. That brings the number of inmate deaths there to 5. Both men died at the end of January, and the center says they did have underlying medical conditions. The Airway Heights Correction Center has had 238 new COVID cases in the last month.
A teenager is dead, killed in a weekend shooting in Spokane Valley. Just after midnight Sunday, deputies responded to calls of gunshots in the 900 block of South Beige Road. When deputies arrived, a crowd of people was standing around a teenager lying on the ground. They began life-saving measures, but he died from his injuries. Initial information indicates the shooting might be gang-related, and investigators aren't sharing information about the suspects. Major crimes detectives are asking for help of anyone who witnessed the shooting, what led up to it, or what happened after it.
Today, House Democratic leaders are expected to lay out legislation that provides millions of families as much as $3,600 per child. Supporters say this legislation, which expands the child tax credit bill, is going to be the difference in a roof over someone's head or food on their table. The bill includes $3,600 per child younger than 6 and $3,000 per child aged 6 through 17. The full benefit is available to single parents earning up to $75,000 a year and for couples earning up to $150,000. Families could start seeing the extra cash as soon as July. The changes could last for a year, but lawmakers would then push to make them permanent. Researchers at Columbia University found that if it's passed, the president's overall stimulus proposal could cut child poverty in half this year.
A new scam warning this morning. Attorney General Bob Ferguson issued a warning that scammers posing as members of the Washington Medical Commission are calling medical providers to claim the WMC suspended their license. The calls come from a replicated phone number and direct the provider to a fax machine to receive paperwork. If you get one of these calls, you are advised to hang up immediately. You can read the Attorney General's full report at KXLY.com.
An investigation from 3M reveals several hospitals in Washington accidentally bought counterfeit N95 masks, according to the State Hospital Association. Hospitals got a notice from 3M warning of the counterfeit masks circulating in the national supply of PPE, prompting hospitals to submit masks to the health company for inspection. 3M reports the issue already affects hundreds of thousands of masks in the hospital system across the nation.
Since the beginning of the year, more local students have been returning to the classroom, and that will continue. Tonight, Spokane Public Schools will host a webinar for 5th and 6th grade families. SPS will provide information on health and safety protocols, timelines, and transportation for when those students return to the classroom. 5th and 6th graders will be in a hybrid model with 2 groups attending class 2 days a week and every other Friday. The webinar will take place from 6:30 to 7:30.
Middle school and high school students in Coeur d'Alene Public Schools can go back to class 4 days a week. The school district is starting to see better COVID trends among students, staff, and in the county, so it's making some changes. As of February 1st, secondary students can attend class Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Wednesday will remain an entirely virtual learning day. The district is also loosening its quarantine guidelines using new guidance from the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare. If a student is exposed to someone who's positive for COVID, they don't have to quarantine if both the student and positive person were wearing masks at the time of exposure and if it was in a classroom or other environment with good supervision of safety protocols. This means an exposure on the school bus or playground would still require a 10 to 14-day quarantine.
Tom Brady did it once again. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers made it look easy, shutting down Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs offense in the Super Bowl, while Brady himself tossed 3 touchdown passes, 2 of them to that guy, Rob Gronkowski. The Bucs win 31-9 and hoist the Lombardi Trophy for the first time since '02.
Coming up next on GMA, the battle of the Super Bowl ads, from Amazon enlisting the star Michael B. Jordan as Alexa's new body to Bruce Springsteen's first ever commercial. GMA.